Good morning. This is Mrs. Farr, and I've prepared a short presentation about completing your course registration sheet for next year. This presentation will walk you through the process of choosing your classes for the 2015-2016 school year. So freshmen, you'll be looking at the sophomore registration form. Obviously, to start, please put your name on the line. Please make it so we can read it. It needs to be legible so we know whose course requests these are. And please notice the due date at the top, February 2nd. So that would be a week from today, Monday the 26th. We'll want you to bring your course request sheet back to your homeroom teacher on Monday, February 2nd. The top of the sheet lists the required classes. So these are classes that everybody needs to choose. Everybody needs to choose an English class. You'll start by choosing either English 10 or Honors English 10. If you're not sure which one is the correct course for you, please discuss it with your English teacher. You must choose American History, and you also must choose Phy Ed 10 and Personal Planning. That brings us up to 3 credits. Next, you need to select a math course. If you're in Algebra 1 this year, you need to pick a geometry class for next year. Typically, students take Algebra 1 followed by Geometry. If you are in the Algebra 1A, 1B course this year, and you liked that format, you may want to choose the Geometry 1A, 1B. If you are in Geometry this year, next year you'll take Algebra 2, and students who have already completed Algebra 2, your next math selection would be Pre-Calculus. And again, if you have some questions about this, you're not sure which one is the correct choice for you, please discuss it with your math teacher. The final required credit is science, and there's a new choice in there for you for next year. So if you took Science 9 during your freshman year, next year you can choose horticulture or biology. So horticulture, this is new for next year. Horticulture can replace biology. Of course, it's an agriculture class, but it has the science equivalency with it, so it can count in place of biology if you would prefer more of an ag class to meet that biology requirement. If you are a freshman taking biology, next year you should choose chemistry. So that brings us up to 5 required classes, or 5 required credits, I should say. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about choosing electives. These are classes you don't have to pick. You do need to pick 3 credits out of all of these elective choices that you have. The first section is agriculture. Intro to Ag is a prerequisite for all of the agriculture classes. So if you're interested in ag, you must start with Intro to Agri-Science. So if you wanted to take animal science or equine science, you first have to have taken Intro to Ag. If you've not taken it, you can choose Intro to Ag plus some other choices for next year, but we'll need to make sure that you get the Intro to Ag course in first. Now, one exception to this rule that I'm going to mention is leadership. The leadership class does not have a prerequisite, so you can take that class even if you've never taken Intro to Ag. I'm going to keep going. We have art. Art and design is a prerequisite for all of the other art courses. We've got some business choices. Under family and consumer ed, family foods is a prerequisite for food service. So you can't take food service until you've taken family foods. We have the world language classes. Of course, you must take those in order if you're looking to take a world language class. Music. Those of you who are in band, you would be in concert band next year. And those of you that are in choir, you would stay in mixed choir. We have an additional science class that's open to you. This is brand new for next year. We have an organic chemistry class, which is worth a half credit. This class is available to you if you want to get some extra science in and you have completed biology and chemistry. We have geography, which is an additional social studies choice. And finally, we have tech ed. In tech ed, you need to take all 3 of these level 1 courses before taking any of these level 2 courses. So if you're a student who is taking the tech ed classes, just a reminder, you have to start with these 3. Now, as I said, you need to pick 8 credits. The last part of your course request form, on the far right side of the second page, there's a couple of boxes. The first box says other courses registered for, not listed on sign-up form. So if there's something that you're interested in taking, probably something that's only open to juniors and seniors, but you feel like you're ready for it, you would need to list it in this section, and you must get the approval from an instructor. So if you wanted to take a higher level, let's just say choir, you would need to get the signature from Mrs. Hess on it. The next box is something that everybody needs to fill out, and this is alternates. So we need some courses that we can use just in case we can't get you all of the classes you indicated as being your first request. So you need to give us some alternates. And finally, the last box is for signatures. So we need you to sign it. We need a parent to sign it. This tells us that you've taken the form home, you've discussed it with your parents, and that you've made some final decisions on what classes you want to take next year. When your sheet is completed, please return it to your homeroom teacher. They'll be collecting it, and they'll be keeping track of who's turned their forms in. You'll need this form to go online and register for your classes. So that's something we'll talk to you about next week. I will need to open up PowerSchool for you to go in, and then you'll have the opportunity to go in and indicate what courses you want to take. So if you have some questions, go ahead and maybe start with your homeroom teacher. I can certainly answer any questions that you might have. Mr. Brown can help you out as well. So just contact us if there's any questions you might have. Thank you very much.